Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create the perfect smile line every time. For the base color, I'm going to use Peaches and Cream by Glitterbels. I absolutely adore this shade. It's such a beautiful semi-opaque color. It's got a really nice peach undertone and it really suits basically most skin tones, especially if you've got a dark skin tone. I love wearing this on my nail bed. I'm going to apply a nice thin layer for this one, cure it, and then go ahead and apply that second layer. Notice guys how this color comes to life when you apply that second coat. I mean, it's so gorgeous. I'm going to apply a thicker layer this time and just make sure I apply the color evenly and I let it rest for a few seconds before I give this a cure. To mark up, I'm going to use a dotting tool and a long liner brush. I love the long liner brush by Nailz by Dev, and also the perfect white is by D&D. I think it's called white chalk. Mind the state of the bottle. Anyway, we need to establish where we're starting our smile line from. Usually it's on the second third of the nail, somewhere in the middle. We then need to decide how far we want our fringe to go, or how deep we want our smile line to go. I'm going to mark up a line from one side all the way to the other just to determine where I want my fringe to end. You want to divide that section into two, and then the two sections that are left into two as well. Let's refer to these two lines as secondary lines. Now we need to start connecting the dots with the secondary lines. Connect each dot with the nearest secondary line on each side. To continue the French, we're going to fill in this whole section. Now, I'm not the kind of person that likes to go in with two coats. I usually just put quite a lot of paint or gel polish, sorry, to fill in the smile line. And then I just move the product to make sure it's applied evenly and it looks quite opaque. It just saves time, and I also don't have to go in for that second time. I'm just a lazy person. To finish off the design, we're just going to neaten up those diagonal lines and then curve the edges to connect them to the midsection of the nail. You want to be checking both sides to make sure they are even in thickness, etc. And just go back and forth to eyeball it and decide if it's even enough for you guys before you cure. I also like to, again, move the products before I cure it and make sure it looks quite even from above, because remember the nail is curved and sometimes one side can look thinner depending on the curve of the nail. Once I'm happy with how it looks, I'm gonna pop this into the lamp. I'm going to top coat this design and set it aside to show you a bit later. I also wanted to take a different nail shape, different color as well for a change, just to show you how this particular technique works with all types or shapes of nails. You can apply it to any nail and it will really help you achieve that perfect smile line. I'm using the same base, Peaches and Cream, and then Call You Later for the fringe. We're using a coffin shape this time, and I'm going to start by applying a thin layer on the nail. Again, guys, I do apologize. Your girl did not want to buff the nail before. I'm feeling slightly lazy today, but if you're doing a press-on set or etc., you need to prep your nail before. But just for demonstration purposes, I could not be bothered, so I just went in and applied that first coat. Again, I'm going in with that second coat. Gosh, I can't get enough of this color. It's so pretty. I'm gonna apply that second coat to make sure it's applied nicely and evenly. Let it rest for a few seconds. With semi-transparent colors, I like to let the color kind of self-level before I pop it into the lamp. Again, I'm gonna start marking up where I want that smile line to start. So I'm applying 2 tiny dots on the side of each side of the nail, and then I'm going to determine how deep I want that smile line to be and paint a straight line down there. Again, I'm going to divide that section into 2 and then divide the 2 sections into 2 again. So we have our primary line, or the first line, and then we have our secondary lines. I'm going to connect the dots with the nearest secondary line to it, and I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm going to start filling in that smile line. This shade is so pigmented and creamy and rich. It's just one of my favorite shades this summer, to be honest. And just repeating the process, I'm going to neaten up those diagonal lines and then curve the edges towards the center. I'm going to do that on both sides. Again, remember, I don't like going in with 2 layers, so I'm just adding in color and spreading it evenly so it's not lumpy or bumpy, so I don't have to do it again. Time for a final seal, and then we are going to showcase both designs. And this is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed these tutorials. I promise you that if you use this technique step by step, all your Frenchies or smile lines will look consistent across all nails. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care.